Yo, greetings everybody. Last year I made a video and I captured the Odo River, and I observed that there were only two excavators dredging the Odo River. I wondered how soon we're going to get this dredging done, so water will find its way and not cause floods. We are here once again discussing floods. We are here once again discussing buildings sited on waterways. We are here once again discussing sanitation. We are here once again wondering what we can do to avert the situation that has engulfed us. The situation is beginning to bite so hard. There are places that were not part of the flood prone areas in the past, but in 2022 we have many more areas experiencing floods. So that should tell you that over the years, our activities, especially when it comes to siting buildings, our activities toward recycling, and many other things that we need to do to ensure that we control movement of waste, movement of water, we to ensure that we do not block the natural path of water or any stream, and so we can also be at peace. We are here once again discussing these things. When in the past we had yelled, we had talked so much about it that we need to put our foot down and pay attention to nature. You can't beat nature. You can't use ego to override common sense and expect that you'll be at peace. No. You had money to put up a structure, to put up a building. You knew very well that the site you had planned to put the building on is meant for flow of water or a stream, and then you stubbornly build there. What do you expect? Now the problem with our situation is such that people have become negligent about some of these things. They do not feel that they can stop their neighbors or people from putting up structures on waterways in their communities. So there have been instances where such persons have seen resistance from some of the neighbors in a particular community, trying to stop them from building on waterways. But they will use politics and use some other means, and before you realize, the building is there. Now when floods occur, it affects everybody else in that community. So we've come to a point where we need to be vigilant and we need to be each other's keeper. If you live in a community and you realize that someone is putting up a building on a waterway, what you need to do is to fight and ensure, all of you must come together and ensure that you stop it. If you use politics and other divisive mechanisms, discontinue an action, something that could have come about as a class action to stop or to prevent people from being, from breaking the law, and then you allow these buildings to spring up. Later, when there are floods, you will also be affected, and you'll probably be more affected than the persons who have built on the waterway. You probably will be more affected than the people who actually caused the problem. So we need to be each other's keeper in every community. We need to be observant and realize, look, we need this is the time for us to realize that we cannot beat nature. We need to pay attention to nature. There are a few things we need to do as a country and take it seriously. We need the will to ban plastics. We need the will to encourage the people to practice segregation of waste and recycling. Government must increase its investment in the area of recycling. Every now and then we see people living along the Odo River throwing garbage into the stream, and it's going on. We know it's happening. We are not taking action. Government needs to introduce a comprehensive plan, a comprehensive program. If need be, for the sake of humanity, relocate all those people living along the Odo River or living along river bodies and polluting the water bodies. Find them a place. If need be, government must spend money to ensure that they are relocated in some way, somehow. There should be a program to engage them to move away from the water bodies, and then to ensure that the garbage do not find their way into the drains, into the water bodies. That is the way to go. We cannot be negligent. We talk about it for the sake of politics, and for the sake of political points, we will come and outline beautiful programs, beautiful plans, but we don't see it being we don't see them being completed. And every now and then we have to go back to the drawing board. Every now and then we have to discuss the same problem. We know all the solutions. We know exactly what we're supposed to do, but the will and the commitment, and we are too politicized. We politicize almost everything in this country. Once somebody raises an issue, you would find someone objecting to it, even when it makes a lot of sense. People who yell on social media calling for the country to be fixed. Okay, add your voice, support the movement. When the bad day comes, you will also be affected. The flats do not know whether you voted for NPP or NDC. One thing about nature is that it does not respect the party you support. The flats will come in and it will not respect your political affiliation. It cares nothing about where you belong. Flats do not care how much money you have. Flats do not care how much influence you have on government or on institutions. Flats do not care about anybody. It will affect you squarely. So we need to be each other's keeper in all our communities. When we see someone siting a building in waterways, we need to probably embark on a class action and make sure that it is stopped. Because if you allow it to continue, you will probably be more affected than those who caused the problem.